Let's say you're a type of photographer who understands the importance of the color management, and you've calibrated your monitor and use also external printing devices profiles, so what you see on the screen you expect to have printed. But what if I say that you already lost something before the screen? Think about it. When you photograph, your camera transforms colors which you saw with your own eyes to some digital form and deliver it to your computer through its own filter. So each camera or camera brand, it's not a secret, delivers color slightly differently. Like slightly bluish cyanish for Nikon and slightly yellowish for Canon, for example. And I'm not talking about the white balance, which can be easily fixed. It's not the linear shift of the colors. It's not linear at all. For example, one camera reproduces blues slightly cyanish, another one red slightly orangish. It's stuff like that. So the cross relationship between colors is changed. And it can be easily fixed with calibrating your camera. No, you do not need any external device. It's quite easy to do and include to your Adobe developing workflow. As a result of this process, you will have a profile for your camera under the camera calibration set tools, which I kept turned off during the entire workshop. Here you can see some sliders, which I know some photographers use to actually change the color behavior in the image for post-production. But I can tell you, you can reproduce the same with the split toning plus HSL in a more intuitive way. You can roughly change the behavior of your camera to more default settings, but actually all the time we are working with Adobe standard profile, and we are going to create our own profile. After that, all the colors from the camera in your raw files, only raw files, not JPEGs, will be closer to the colors we saw in the nature. Who can benefit from this process? People who work with color primarily, like people who photograph flowers or working with very colorful stuff. Also people who work with number of cameras at the same time, like wedding photographers. So two calibrated cameras, even from different vendors, will produce similar colors as a result. But check this video. What if you will find that colors in your camera also can be improved during this process? So to calibrate your camera, you need a color checker from the X-Rite company. Stuff like this. You can buy it used on eBay. You can borrow it from somebody just for calibration purposes, which takes literally 1 minute. So you have to take in RAW a photo of the color checker under the light which you primarily use. You have to also install a free color checker passport application from X-Rite. And to get it, just follow the link I provided in the unit. Go to X-Rite address, then support tab, and there's a software download here. To install one for the Lightroom, you need either this one, or you can use the updated version of it, which already contains the Lightroom plugin as well. So download it and install it. During the installation, there's a question whether you want to install the desktop version and the Lightroom plugin. There are two versions, by the way, for PC and for Mac users. So you can just stay with the Lightroom version, which I'm going to cover here. After the installation, go to the plugin manager and turn on the color checker passport plugin, which just was installed with that application. Now what we need here, we need the photo of the color checker in RAW, and generally it has to fill more or less significant part of the image, and you don't need to do anything with it. But in this case, just to show you the difference, I'm going to crop it and slightly aligned. Again, you don't need to do that. The app automatically finds these swatches. Okay. Now go to export, and in your export presets, let's go to the entire list. You will find the X-Write presets, color checker passport. Now name your new profile so you can recognize it in the list, and usually include your camera and the date. Something like that, and click export. As you see, the process is going on automatically. You don't need to do anything. It takes some time, and now it says that we have to restart Lightroom, and the color passport and profile is ready. After you restart your Lightroom, let's go and check your colors. So let's go to the basics, and just in case, for our own purposes, sample this gray area and set the proper white balance. Let's also increase contrast a little bit so we see the color better. Okay. Now in this list of profiles, we can see a new profile we've just created, and turn it on, and notice the difference between colors. In my case, all these colors change significantly. So my camera tends to change all these colors, and if you have images which include these colors in a large amount, you will see that difference. I have this image prepared, and as you see, the saturation of blue color is increased with applied profile, but it's not about the saturation. The tonality of the red is different. From the orangish red, it turned to the purplish red. So that's it. Now you can use your profile, and there is no need to include it to each image manually. You can include it to one of your presets, and include that preset in the import dialog. So every time you import images, they will automatically pick up this profile, and you will see colors as they're supposed to be.